Greetings everyone, this is your Rexy Home TV show. You are with the Auntie Claire. Sorry if you hear my voice is not good. It's because I have been sick. Even now I'm somehow not well, but it's okay because I love you. I keep on working, I'll keep on sharing your stories, love stories, your stories related to relationships, and some more testimonies. Now today we have one of these testimonies that we met someone who loved to share us her testimony. Now this is what is happening nowadays. Some families are getting scattered. Some families are getting broken because of some reasons. Reasons may come from the woman, reasons may come from the husband. You know, everywhere problems are everywhere, but what we need is just to share and correct our own. And we thank God if we are still strong, and we pray. Yes, let's go. Now this is the lady who found their husband has been cheating with their woman's cousin. You understand? So the husband has been cheating with the wife's cousin. This is what happened. I found my husband cheating with my own cousin, and 8 months later I woke up in. How did it happen? Now, at the beginning, she's telling us how they met, so how they became the husband and the wife. Now, this is the story. We met at the university back when he was in the final year, and I was my 3rd year. From the very beginning, I felt like a destiny. He was calm, gentle, and extremely intentional with love. 2 years later, we got married. 6 months after I gave birth to our daughter, everything changed. One afternoon, he called from work and said he forgot some project files at home. I left our baby with the nanny and rushed to take the documents to him at his company in Port Harcourt. As I was leaving the office, one of the women who worked in the HR department stopped me and asked for my number. She said she wanted to send me something very important, but I must promise not to tell anyone it came from her. I gave her my word. On my way back home, my phone vibrated. It was a message from her. 7 pictures of my husband and my own younger cousin having sex on different days in that same office. I don't remember what happened next. All I know is that I woke up in a hospital in Abuja 9 months later. This person is from where? When you talk about Abuja, you will hear the country. When I regained my consciousness, everyone kept asking me what I remembered, but I said nothing. I acted like I lost my memory, but the truth is I remembered everything. See? You see, guys? And while they thought I was broken, I was quietly planning the sweetest revenge of my life. Guys, nowadays things are falling apart. You know, some people are misbehaving. When you know that you have a partner, you have to make sure that you behave well. If not, you are disturbing your partner. And the way you are disturbing your partner is the same way you are disturbing yourself. If she doesn't have peace, you will not have peace of mind too. This is what happened. Now we are going to see part 2. What happened later? Part 2. When I left the hospital, everyone thought I was fragile, confused, broken. They believed the accident erased my memory, and I allowed them to believe it. My husband became extra caring, acting like the perfect man. My cousin visited me, constantly pretending to support me. Each time she touched my daughter, I had to fight to urge the scream. but I stayed quiet because the game had just started. And he returned home and acted like someone who didn't remember anything, not the accident, not the photos, not the betrayal. I smiled, I cooked, I thanked them for taking care of me. Inside, I was breathing, outside, I was calm. The first step of my revenge was information. I secretly recovered my phone from the night of the accident. The HR staff had kept it safe for me. Every time my cousin came to the house, I recorded her conversation. Every time my husband stepped out to work late, I monitored him through a tracking app I installed on his phone while he slept. I gathered everything: messages, pictures, stored office time, even hotel bookings. The second step was Royal Alliance. The HR lady who sent those pictures became my strongest weapon. I visited her privately and thanked her for saving me from a lifetime of blindness. She shared more evidence, and this time videos. My heart broke all over again, but I didn't flinch. Step 3 of my revenge was timing. I didn't want an emotional explosion. I wanted a calculated destruction. So I waited. I waited until my strength returned. I waited until my daughter was old enough. I waited until the perfect moment when exposing them would hurt the most. One evening during family prayers, my husband's mother suggested we host a special family dinner to celebrate my recovery. Right there, I knew that was the day everything would end. I smiled and agreed sweetly. Yes, Mama, I think it's a beautiful idea. My husband looked at me, worried, almost as if something inside him felt danger, but he said nothing because he thought I still didn't remember. If only he knew that I was counting down the days to the most painful lesson of his life. So guys, we shall come back with the part 3. But what we have seen and what we have heard is that every time you play your games with a woman, be careful, because women never forget and they never forgive easily. Women forgive when they are happy with the decisions they made. You understand? If they take decisions that will make them happy, that's when they forgive. But most of the times women, they look for revenge before they forgive. You understand? So men out there, be careful, especially when it comes to cheating. But now this is the third part, 33. The day everything exploded. At exactly 1 week after the family meeting, I hosted a dinner at our house, a small intimate gathering, just a close family and a few of his colleagues. I cooked personally, dressed beautifully, and smiled like the perfect wife. They never suspected a thing. My cousin, my mistress, the mistress, I laughed unapologetically, acting like nothing ever happened. My husband couldn't look me in the eyes, but he kept pretending everything was normal. Dinner went smoothly until I stood up and said, I have a little surprise for everyone. I want to show you a short video of how blessed my marriage has been. Everyone clapped. The lights went off, the projector came on, but instead of a family slideshow, I played the recordings and pictures. Right there in front of his parents, my parents, his friends, and most importantly, her mother. Pictures of them kissing in the office, videos of them having sex on the conference table, screenshot of their message planning a future together. The entire house went silent. cousin dropped her glass and collapsed to the floor. My husband jumped up to switch off the projector, but it was too late. Everyone had seen enough. His mother cried and fell on her knees. Her mother couldn't look anyone in the eye. My mother held my hand so tightly as if she was feeling my pain herself. I didn't say any single word. I simply looked at both of them, my husband and my cousin, and said, I didn't lose my memory. I just gave you enough rope to hang yourselves. Then I walked out of the room, leaving them there in their shame. That night marked the end of marriage and the family bond, but it was also the beginning of my healing. Thank you guys for listening to the stories. So from what you heard, was the wife right or she was wrong to expose the husband and the cousin? Was she right or wrong? What is your suggestion? What would you have done? Like, if it was you, what could you do? Could you keep quiet? Could you hide everything? Could you let the marriage go on? Or you could reveal everything? It's your time to give out a comment. Please share the story, like, and send us comments. Thank you so much.